Alright, time for the new project. Been wanting a trailer frame to make a sawmill out of it, but I couldn't seem to find one big enough for cheap enough. So I picked up some brand new steel and welded it together, making a frame, or a basic frame at least, 12 feet long. I got to put some cross braces in the center. I got some 1x1 angle that's going to serve as my guide for my wheels to ride on. Get some V-groove wheels, they'll ride right on the top of the angle iron. Once I have them fastened on one end, then I'll run my carriage down all the way and fasten the other end so there is no binding, no buckling. That's where I'm at the moment. I got a 2-foot cantilever on this end. Don't need to have any support over here because this is where the saw is going to rest. I'll end up making a way of locking it down. So if I do want to actually put wheels on it and use it as a trailer, it'll lock in place and I won't be losing my saw off the back end of the trailer. Otherwise, it's going to be on jacks. Just set it up in the backyard. When I run a log through, I run a log through. After flipping it over, I decided I'm going to weld some wheels on it to make it easier for moving around. I will end up putting jacks on there, like some small twist jacks, just to stabilize stuff when I'm working the saw. I've also welded on my angle iron for the saw to ride on. A little bit of cleaning up on my welds, paint it, and I'll flip her back over and start on the saw carriage. Okay, after a couple hours of cutting and grinding, I got all the angle iron cut for my carriage. Took a little bit of scrap. Okay, a word of advice: when you're tacking up your corners, make sure you move your magnets after you tack it before you do a weld. I just welded my magnet to my piece, so now I gotta destroy my magnet to get it out of there. Fun! Alright, now I've built the side pieces for my main saw carriage. I'm making my sliders, so you just slide up and down, so the saw is going to rest on the pieces going across. I built those just by welding a couple pieces of angle iron together. I clamped them with a piece of paper in between to give me a little bit of clearance. A couple spot welds going down. And that seems to be working quite fine. There's like next to nothing for play. I can barely wiggle that. So, time to carry on. I got 4 of those to make. Alright, now that I got my sliders made, cut my cross member. I weld that in the center. And that'll slide up and down on the rails. That's what everything's going to mount to. Time to weld it in.